Finally, new rule, stop saying that Whoopi Goldberg getting yanked from The View right after she attacked me on The View is karma. There's no such thing as karma. Sorry. Sorry, but life is random. The only word to describe it when a big game hunter gets trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions is hilarious.
It all started with Whoopi Goldberg tossing out a jab at Bill Maher on The View. Just a quick remark, casual enough that she probably thought it would fade into the background.
They're disgusting. She's Anna Navarro in your wildest imagination. You could never solo host a show. You will only ever make it as part of an ensemble, and you could never hope to achieve the success that Tucker Carlson has. So you can sit in your little cheap seats all day long and enjoy your little negative henpecking, but your careers are going nowhere.
But here's the thing. When you take a swing at Bill Maher, even a small one, you're stepping into dangerous territory. He's not the type to stay quiet, and he's definitely not the type to let someone like Whoopi get the last word.
It's called The View?
It's called The View. It's not called The Facts.
Yeah, but isn't it interesting that it's called, I don't think they meant this when Barbara Walters invented it a long time ago, but it's The View.
Well,
that's the problem in America. There is one view,
right, and
one
that's clearly
true opinion, and everybody else can go sit in the corner.
So, what happened next? The moment she opened that door, Mark kicked it wide open. What started as a throwaway comment turned into a back and forth that nobody saw coming, and the fallout, well, that's where the story really takes a turn.
Talk about Whoopi Goldberg because I got so many texts this week because she attacked me the week before. Sure. So everybody was like, oh, Bill, I get you're enjoying the karma. First of all, I'm going to talk about this at the end of my show next week, teaser. But there is no thing as karma, okay? Get over that. Whoopi attacks me on a regular basis. She says stupid shit on a regular basis. They just happen to coincide.
Tidal wave of backlash. Loud, sharp, and impossible to ignore. Maher didn't just clap back. He dismantled the stage from a distance. No need to sit at the table or sip coffee with the panel. He went straight for the foundation of The View and ripped it apart piece by piece. And here's where it gets wild. Right after Whoopi's comment said, she was suddenly pulled from the show. Social media exploded like fireworks with people screaming karma. But Maher wasn't buying it. He went on air and said flat out, there's no such thing as karma. According to him, life is random, unfair, and sometimes hilarious. Like a big game hunter getting trampled by an elephant and then eaten by lions. That's not divine justice. That's absurd comedy. Maher wasn't chasing revenge. He was laughing at the idea that the universe had stepped in to balance some cosmic scale. What really lit the fire under him was the way Whoopi constantly hurls insults and nonsense in his direction, and how the crowd erupted in cheers the moment she finally stumbled.
Hot mess that they air in the mornings called The View had to issue not one, not two, not three, but 4 corrections, legal corrections, 4 legal notes. We only have 3 of them on camera, but look at this.
Before we dive back in, make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel. It helps us grow and bring you even more of these untold stories. Now, let's get back to it.
Other legal notes.
God.
Both Trump and Pam Bondi have denied allegations of a quid pro quo. I have a legal note.
Not to mention what they did at that debate, where once again, they tried to fact check only one side, and then when their fact checks got fact checked, they cowered.
Just when you thought the drama couldn't get any messier, into Megyn Kelly. She didn't step onto the View set. She didn't need to. From the sidelines, she lobbed a truth grenade that exploded right in the middle of their coffee mugs and color-coordinated cards. No shouting, no theatrics, just cold precision. Kelly calmly ripped into the show with the kind of accuracy that leaves no room for defense. She said what millions have been thinking, but never dared to say. An overproduced echo chamber dressed up as a talk show. And she didn't stop at their opinions. She went after the entire format, pointing out that the hosts weren't debating anything. They were just playing a scripted game of synchronized outrage.
I mentioned this karma stuff on the show last week because I was relating how many texts and emails I got from people congratulating me on receiving a karmagram from the universe.
Person talks, the other's not along. And the moment a guest dares to bring a fresh perspective, they get shut down instantly. No real debate, no honest pushback. Just pure performance.
In the form of Whoopi Goldberg's chastisement. So I thought this would be a good time for a little tutorial on karma, which, as Americans understand it, is nothing more than an extension of the common logical fallacy called post hoc ergo propter hoc.
Kelly called out the endless loop of virtue signaling, the one view fits all mentality, and the fake empowerment that flips toxic the second someone disagrees. And here's the kicker. The ladies of The View didn't even swing back. No fiery defense, no clapbacks, not a word, just silence. As if they knew deep down she had landed right on the nerve. One woman, one MIC, zero mercy. And somehow that single monologue left more of a mark than an entire week of The View's staged episodes combined.
Trump will be sworn in as the 47th president of the United States, yay, on January 20th. Of this month. Not everyone's happy about it, and many people would like us to be more focused on the insurrection that he personally unleashed, if you ask them, as we discussed earlier.
Now, this is where the fire really starts. Megyn Kelly didn't just throw shade. She dragged the whole table. She said The View is where logic goes to die.
I think it's as bad as, like, the Holocaust, and you don't have to take my word for it. Here is Sunny Hostin.
January 6th was an atrocity. It was one of the worst moments in American history. And when you think about the worst moments in American history,
she compared it to sitting in on a class taught by professors who never even did the reading. Then she dropped the receipts. The show had to issue for legal corrections. Not 1, not 2, 4. And on camera they only admitted to 3. That's how sloppy it's gotten. Kelly called it out plain. The hosts aren't just uninformed, they're careless. And when they try to fact-check someone else, they end up needing fact-checks themselves. And she didn't stop there. She accused them of twisting debates into soap opera melodrama, just to keep the spectacle alive.
Like World War II, things that happened, like the Holocaust, chattel slavery.
Yeah, the January 6th is right up there next to the Holocaust and slavery.
And let's talk about that hat, the red one that says, "Make America Great Again." The moment you put it on, people assume you're signing up for everything Trump stands for. One host even went so far as to say, you might as well slap a swastika on it. But here's where the real tension hits. MR fired back, saying, hold on, I will never defend Donald Trump. But I would never say we should brand his supporters with a swastika either. Because here's the truth. You can hate Trump, but you can't automatically hate everyone who supports him. That's half the country. And I don't want to live in a country where hating half the population becomes normal. I don't hate half the country. And the fact that saying this out loud is treated like heresy. That's the real problem. How do you disagree with me? That's the attitude fueling the divine.
That hat that you keep wearing, that red hat that says "Make America Great Again," that tells people that you go along with this. So you might as well just put a swastika on the hat.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Because we say it anyway.
I'm not going to defend Donald Trump ever, but I would never say that we should put the swastika on the cap, because I think you can hate Donald Trump. You can't hate everybody who likes him. It's half the country. I don't want to live in that country. I don't want to live in the country where I hate half the country. I don't hate half the country.
How dare you disagree?